In this lesson, we're going to look at installing the DHCP server service. So the requirement is we have a Windows Server 2012 machine, and this is going to be a member of a domain. We don't have to join DHCP servers to domains, but if we do have an Active Directory environment and we have any DHCP servers that are part of Active Directory, then typically a standalone DHCP server will not actually function. I'll actually explain why in a second. So to install DHCP, we actually just go Manage from Server Manager, add roles and features. It's a role-based installation. We select the server we want to install to. So I'm just going to select a server. And then you select DHCP. It's going to give us the option to also install the management tools for DHCP. It doesn't have a static IP address, but I'm just going to continue because this is just showing you the install process. Obviously, you want your DHCP server to have a static IP address. It can't give itself an IP address. So install DHCP. There's no additional features I need. It's just reminding me that you should configure a static IP address. Then there's a confirmation and you're done. So there's no actual configuration to perform during an installation of a DHCP server. So I'm going to cancel that. So this is actually an existing DHCP server I've already installed. Now, one of the challenges an environment can face is a rogue DHCP server. So you don't want someone setting up their own DHCP server and giving out IP addresses, because this could be an attack on the organization. They can give IP addresses to clients and force all communications to, for example, go through their server. They could set themselves as the gateway. They could give you false DNS records, so then you're giving secure credentials to the wrong site. So you want to make sure only authorized DHCP servers are operating in your network. So with Windows Server 2012, before a DHCP server that is a member of a domain can give out IP addresses, it must be authorized in Active Directory. This is easy to do. You literally can just right-click and you would click Authorize. Obviously, this machine is already authorized. So until you authorize the DHCP server that is domain joined, it will not give out IP addresses, so you must do that. Now, if you had a standalone DHCP server in your environment, i.e. it was not a member of the domain, it would be able to give out IP addresses unless it detected there was an authorized DHCP server on the network. In that case, that standalone server would also stop functioning. It would no longer give out IP addresses. So this is just a capability built into Windows Server 2012 to try and offer you protection. Now, I can manage all of the authorized servers in Active Directory. If I go to the root of the navigation pane, DHCP, right-click and say Manage Authorized Servers, here I can see all of the servers that are authorized. Notice I have my two domain controllers that are also my DHCP servers. I have my configuration management server because that also offers boot material to clients. And I actually have an old machine, which is actually no longer valid. So I could unauthorize, I could remove machines from here. So that's really the key part to actually installing. So I simply have to add the role, make sure the server is authorized, and then I'm ready to actually start performing configuration of my DHCP server. You could also install this from PowerShell. So for example, if I actually do a get Windows feature, we'll actually see that we have the DHCP server. So to install from PowerShell, I would use the install-Windows feature space DHCP. I could also automatically add the management tools with the -include management tools switch of install Windows feature. So for example, I could just say install Windows feature, DHCP, include management tools. If there was a restart necessary, I could do restart, but there isn't for this service. I'm just going to say what if, so it doesn't actually perform this action, but it would actually show me what is required, and I can see there isn't a restart needed. So this concludes the lesson on installing the DHCP server.